So my spring garden is essentially chaos because I have a really bad habit of getting exhausted in the fall and not cleaning anything up in the fall. So I have a lot of things I need to clean up still, but since my kids are outside playing around, I thought we would do a little garden tour of what I actually have going on. Because I did put some stuff in for spring, not a lot. I didn't do a lot yet. We are already in the 80s. So our spring, we typically get like a little spring and then all of a sudden we jump into summer. But I have a couple of things in, and I have some perennials that are in their third year. So they're looking really nice. So I'm going to show you those while my kids are playing with the water hose. Up first, one of the first things I planted when I was getting the itch to put seeds in are turnips. My lovely dog has jumped in this bed and killed some of my turnips because she does not care if her ball goes anywhere near her, and the kids can't aim to throw the ball proper. So she went in here. It's fine. I only lost a couple, but I do need to come in and thin out these rows here. I have stuff started here. So far only one has come up of my little beets, but this bed will be for beets. I see some others popping up, so we might get something pretty soon now that's warming up. This is wintered over spinach and a dandelion. I've decided this year the dandelions get to reign supreme in my yard because I might start turning them into lotions and salves. I haven't decided yet. I want to try starting to get into that. So I've just got dandelions growing everywhere. I need to have the kids come pick the dandelion heads. Over here we have started carrots in my little dome. In the green stalk on the top two layers, I have kale and radish, I think is what I put in there. And down here, the girls threw a bunch of mixed salad, like greens in here, so I don't even know what's going to come up where, if anything is going to come up. I let them take full charge of this bed this year. This is my 3-year-old chive plant, and it's putting on its beautiful buds right now. I keep this because it attracts pollinators. We'll still cut the chives and eat them. They still taste just fine to me. But I love the flowers because they're great for the bumblebees, and I love to have them in the garden so the kids can watch the bumblebees play on them. And then I have some herbs here. I think this was thyme and oregano. I have another oregano over here. And then the strawberry beds are starting to put on some green, so we should be seeing some flowers soon out of the strawberry bed. I just expanded into this bed. This is a new one this year. I took the babies from this bed over here and then thinned this one out because they were going on their third year, so they needed to be switched. Through my very crazy weeded path, I have violets and dandelions growing everywhere, and I just love it, so I'm leaving it. The sage will come back. I do need to come clip it, clip the old stuff, so that my sage, my salvia, not sage, I mean technically salvia is a sage, but that's what I had here. I had a blue salvia here, and it comes up every year, and it's always beautiful. Over here, these beauties that I need to come in and weed around, these are my spirea. I forgot the name. I think I have the tag in the garage somewhere still, but they are absolutely gorgeous. This is they're going into their third year, and they, a couple days, like maybe 2 weeks ago, were just sticks in the ground, and they have just flushed out, and they are beautiful, and I love them. They make me so happy. They will turn green in the summer, and then they'll go back to this red in the fall, and then they'll drop their leaves. We're not going to go down to the rest of the yard because I have nothing going on down there. I do have some yarrow coming up in that field that my husband ran over with the mower and has come back. I'm going to go dig them up and move them because he's just going to keep hitting them with the mower. But I'm not growing in the big beds this year because I don't need flowers for the bridal shower this year. So I don't have any reason to grow that many flowers. The blackberry canes have gone out into the grass a little bit this year. They are putting on leaves though, so I'm just kind of seeing where they go, and I'm going to tie them back up because I know they need to be tied up. This one survived. This one, I think the roots got eaten by voles. It did not survive. It shot up no red canes. So this one's going to have to just be a bust. And then this one is doing really well. Last year, just off the 3 bushes, I think I got 10 pounds of fruit off of 3 bushes that were brand new because they were only in their second year. This is their third year, so that's pretty exciting. Even though we lost this one, I think we'll still get a lot of fruit. Down here, I have two hydrangea that have been struggling, quite honestly, since I put them in here. I don't think they like it here. I don't think the soil is right for them here. They are starting to put on some leaves, but they're not growing as quickly as they used to. I didn't prune them as heavily this year. I might just remove them. They always get sick halfway through summer, and I just don't think they like it here, so I'm reevaluating that. But I don't care much for the way that the leaf structure is on them. I think they're the twist and shout. Not the leaf structure, but the buds. I think I want to switch them out for a different type of hydrangea going forward. I don't want to use the twist and shout because they're pretty, but they don't age as beautifully as like something like a strawberry and cream ones would, where they age in those big cones. That's what I want, something more stately. Down here, I lost one to still be on this side, but my peony came back and she's looking great. And then I had one that still be come back on this side, but I lost the peony that matched it. So I'm gonna have to get a different peony going because I wanted two peonies because they keep the ants away from my kitchen. My lavender is going on 3-4 years, I think. We put this lavender in. It's one of the first plants I planted when we moved in here. I didn't shear it back properly, so you can see the green growth is coming out of the old growth. It's fine. It'll be fine. And then my clematis is coming back, so I got to get it a different trellis to climb. I think I might put that A-frame here that I have in the garage. Down here in this mess, it's not as weedy as some areas. I just trimmed my bushes. I hate the yew bushes. Like, I'd like to take them out. My husband did not want to take them out. So if I had my way, they would have been gone 3 years ago. But I have the columbine down here because this area, once summer starts, is all shaded. This guy did not survive the winter. After the snow melted, it pretty much did this. It might get some growth. I don't know. I'll probably just take it out. But I have a couple of the columbine down here that survived. That one back there is slowly starting to come up, but I didn't trim it back yet. I probably should do that. These are starting to come up, and I love these, but they always get plagued halfway through the summer with spider mites. So no matter what I spray on, right now they're looking fantastic. Hopefully we don't have that issue. We'll see. I'm going to try and keep on top of it. But I've got a couple of them here. On this side, my candy tuft is coming up. Oh yeah, never mind, I do. I see some starts of the snapdragons. I've had these snapdragons here for 2 years now, and they keep coming back. So that's great. I think they're reseeding themselves, but I'll take it. I have a couple of them over here. I gotta weed. This garden's just really bad. This little corner bed. Maybe this is the candy tuft. I can't remember now. What's that? Oh, those are phlox. That's right. Those are the creeping phlox. These are the candy tufts. I only bought one because I didn't know how big they would get. And this one has not grown a whole lot. This one has tripled in size. And more dandelions because they're happy and pretty and the bumblebees love them. So back here, my backyard is mowed, mostly. But it's kind of a mess. We had some windstorms. This is my butterfly garden area. You can see it's a big mess. I don't know what's perennial and what's weed anymore. Like, I know that all of these fluffy tufts here that are like spread out throughout, I know that they are a yarrow, so I'm not pulling those because they're in their second year and I'm very excited for them. I don't consider the dead nettle to be a weed because I just love how they look, and they're also really nice herbs to use for medicinal purposes, so I like having those around. The bees like them too. I have some of my allium, the big globe allium in here. There's this plant over here that I'm not sure what it is, but I really like the structure of it. I've never seen that before. I'm not sure it's a weed because I've not seen it in any other part of the yard. It might have been part of the wildflower mix and it's just starting to come up, and I've just never seen it before. I normally put calendula back here, and also they're starting to come up. There's some butterfly weed that comes back up in this bucket every year. This bucket is hiding a wellhead that's dead. I didn't want to pay to have it removed, so I just cut a hole in the bucket and poured soil in, and we went with it. Yeah, that's what's happening in this area. It's full of green, and I'm just going to love it for now and hope for the best. Even though it looks like a weedy mess, I don't know what's flower and what's not, so we're going to let it go for this time because my kids like to come over here and play with the butterflies, and they'll come around when the butterfly weed is up. I know that we'll have some cosmos and stuff coming up. They always come up in the rocks. And that's pretty much the walk around the property for spring 2023. It's a mess, it's weedy, and I'm just going to love it as it is because I just don't have the energy. I'm still kind of sort of recovering from surgery. I have been cleared to go back to my garden work and all of that, but I'm still taking it easy because I have not even had 6 months past my surgery date. So it's kind of relaxing a little bit this year and loving the weedy mess and letting the kids pick the dandelions. And I'm going to probably start learning about herbalism. So some of that stuff like the dead nettle and the dandelions. And we have some other nettle on the property that's not poisonous. I think it's a nettle or it's something else, but I saw a picture of it. I don't remember what it was called, that I could use for herbalism. So that's what I'm going to be learning next, I think, as I continue my homestead journey. So thank you so much for watching if you made it to the end, and we will see you next time. Bye.